What if I told you there's one number that tells you exactly where you stand financially? And most successful women have never calculated it. I'm not talking about your income, not your savings balance, not even your credit score. I'm talking about your net worth, and it's probably the most important number you're not tracking. Here's what I've noticed after working with hundreds of successful women. They can tell you their income down to the penny. They know their mortgage rate. They track their 401k contributions. But when I ask, what's your net worth? They pause. They guess. They round up or down or admit they just don't know. And that's a problem because your net worth is your financial GPS. It tells you exactly where you are, not just where your money's going. In the next 10 minutes, I'm going to show you exactly how to calculate your net worth and build an executive dashboard that tracks it automatically. The same system I use with my private clients. And I've created a free template that you can use to download and get started. It's pre-formatted with all the formulas, so you can literally just plug in your numbers. Okay, here's what the finished dashboard looks like. This is your financial command center. Everything on one screen. At the top, you'll see your total net worth. This number updates automatically whenever you change anything in the spreadsheet. Below that, we have total assets. That's everything you own that has value. And then there's total liabilities. That's everything that you owe. The formula is simple. Assets minus liabilities equals your net worth. That's it. But here's what makes this powerful. It's organized into 4 tabs. Tab 1, your dashboard, the summary view. Tab 2 are assets, where you list everything you own. And then tab 3 are liabilities, where you list everything that you owe. Tab 4 is a history, where you track your progress over time. And this isn't tracking for tracking's sake. This is about making your wealth visible so you can make smarter decisions. And by the way, if you're finding this helpful, I share strategies like this every single week. So if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe so you don't miss the next one. And definitely share it with others. So let's start with the Assets tab. This is where you list everything you own that has financial value. The template organizes your assets into 5 categories. 1, cash and savings. That's your checking accounts, your emergency fund, any cash you have sitting in a savings account. 2, you have investments. That would be your brokerage accounts, like your 401ks from work, any IRAs or any retirement accounts. And then 3 is real estate. This is the current value of your home or any property that you own. And 4, if you have a business, it's business equity. If you own a business or have ownership in one, that value goes right there. Other assets that you have is number 5, RSUs, vehicles, anything else that has significant value. So let me show you the real numbers. Let's say you have $45,000 in cash and savings. You have $320,000 in your retirement accounts. And then you have $600,000 in your equity in your home, $50,000 in business equity, and $25,000 in other assets like RSUs or vehicles. The formula at the bottom automatically adds everything up. You can see our total assets are now over $1 million. Now, let's flip to the Liabilities tab. This is everything you owe. The template includes space for the 3 common liabilities. Mortgage, like the mortgage on your house. The remaining balance on your home loan, if you have one. Any student loans you might have. Education debt or anything like that that's outstanding. And then finally, we have credit cards, any consumer debt you're carrying. So you want to total up all your credit cards and the balances and put that one number in that space. You'll notice there's also a column for interest rates, which I love because this is really important. That's for your reference, and it helps you organize which debts to pay down first. Using our example, we have a $380,000 mortgage at 3.8%, $15,000 in student loans also at 5%, and $2,500 on credit cards with an 18% interest rate on average. So total liabilities are $397,500. Now watch what happens when we go back to the dashboard. Everything we just entered automatically flows into the summary. Total assets is $1,040,000. Total liabilities, $397,500. And your net worth is $642,500. That number isn't a judgment. It's not good or bad. It's just clarity. Now, once you know your number, you can start improving it. So quick reminder, this exact executive net worth dashboard is available as a free download at jillcollins.com/net worth. All the formulas are pre-built. You just enter your numbers. And here's where it gets powerful. The History tab is where you track your net worth over time. Each month, you add a new row with your separate totals, your updated totals. The dashboard then shows you exactly how much you've grown or if something's off. This is super helpful. Look at this example. In May, net worth was $475,000. By October, it had grown to $560,000. That's $85,000 in growth in just 6 months. See how this works? When you can see your progress, you start to accelerate it. You start making different decisions because you can see exactly what's working. Every month it takes maybe 10 minutes to update. That's it. 10 minutes a month to have complete financial clarity. So let me share what this looks like in real life. I had a client, successful executive, great income, who had never calculated her net worth. She assumed it was pretty good, but didn't have an actual real number. We built her dashboard together. And for the first 3 months, honestly, not much changed. She was just tracking. But by month 4, she noticed something. Her credit card balance was creeping up, not dramatically, but consistently. Just $200 to $300 more each month. You know what? She wouldn't have caught that without the dashboard. It was invisible before, but now she could see it. She adjusted her spending, paid off the cards, and redirected that money into investments. 6 months later, her net worth had grown by $92,000. Not because she made more money, but because she could finally see where her money was going. When you measure your progress, you accelerate it. That's the power of data clarity. So if you want to build this exact system for yourself, I've already done the hard part. The Executive Net Worth Dashboard I just showed you is available as a free download. It's the exact template I use with my private clients, pre-formatted with all the formulas. All you have to do is plug in your numbers. You'll have your complete financial picture in about 10 minutes. So go to jillcollins.com/net worth and get your copy right now. It's absolutely free. Make sure you check the box where you say subscribe when you enter the form, and you'll be able to get that right straight away. Because here's the truth. You work too hard to not know where you stand. This dashboard gives you clarity. That clarity, exactly. And it takes less than 10 minutes. So download the template, fill it out today, and finally feel like the CEO of your own money. And let me hear from you. I want to know how it went. And I'm going to be doing some lives really soon, and I want to get some of you on the call, and I want to talk to you and hear how you're doing. So stay tuned for the next episode.